Okay, guys, so we're gonna recap what we were talking about. Um, we're gonna go ahead and recap what we were talking about earlier, and on an earlier live, and I went ahead and stopped, and we took a little break, and so basically, you guys had a lot of good questions. Again, I want you to ask me any questions. I'm gonna answer any questions you have. Anything. Uh, don't leave no stone unturned. You can ask me anything. It's totally fine. It's okay. I don't take offense to anything. You can ask me anything. And it's just wanting to know. And sometimes you're going through the same um, difficulties that I've went through or that others have went through, and someone else has some good information, some insight that can help to open up a different way of thinking towards what you're experiencing. So go ahead and again ask anything. It's okay. I'm not offended by nothing at all. I love you guys. I genuinely feel that, and it's okay. You can ask anything. So I want to go ahead and move forward with kind of recap what we were talking about earlier on my other live, and that was basically understanding um, the pain that we experienced, where it came from, and then also the healing process and the beginning part of getting there. Now, healing is a long-term journey. Now we had some understanding on the other video, and I want to start to the beginning of the healing process. And again, interrupt me at any time, ask me any questions. The healing process is a journey. For some, it's really fast, and we think we can get through it really quick and really fast, and we can heal. But what basically you have this safety mechanism built in. It's this fight or flight, and you tend to want to um, forget about it really quick. You'll get yourself consumed with other things, and you want to move forward and not want to um, you not want to uh, think about it. So you kind of cloud yourself with getting busy with work, with studies, with leisure activities. Sometimes we use toxic things like drugs, alcohol, and other things. We may get addicted to working out, may get addicted to other things that can kind of think we think it's healthy for us, but it can actually hurt us in the long run because we're not really getting tuned in and focused on the problem at hand that we dealt with or that we experienced. So, so the healing process needs to start with the first of the understanding, right? First, we understand where we've gone through, and then you kind of get to the part of what do I need to do to now start to fix this trauma. Well, first, you need to take inventory of where you're at. First, look at yourself. How are you thinking now? Are you hating all women? Are you hating all men that did this to you? Are you hating somebody or people or a company that hurt you? Someone did you wrong, or you've been done wrong, or you had a bad experience, and you can't be angry or depressed about it. Easier said than done, right? But first, seeking the peace outside of you starts from within. You have to seek peace from within. You have to be comfortable and happy with who you are and be in love with who you are. Now, I want to share a little bit about me so you can help you understand this. And that's basically why I ended up feeling, um, I ended up going through this spiritual journey of finding of peace and love from within myself. I had to, because the more and more I hate outwardly, the more I continued to be angry for the things that were outside of me. And I started to attach myself to my completeness, my wholeness, my validation of who I was to how the court system treated me, how families treated me, how my business treated me, and how other things treated me. And when I started to attach myself to how I felt because of the way others treated me or looked at me or talked to me or the things that had happened to me, I started to validate myself through the actions outside of my world, when really I needed to go deeper within. So we have to look at it very simple. So it's very simplified. Everything outside in the world is going to hurt you. The only thing that cannot is you. So you need to go inside and be in love with who you are. Feel good in here. Feel good in here. Speak good things from here. Treat this person good, because this person is going to love you and take you to the end of the road. So you have to look at it from that perspective. Once you start truly grasping a full understanding of loving yourself like no other human being on earth, that's when everything outside, that energy outside, you'll start attracting like energy. You love yourself, you're going to attract other people that are going to appreciate that and gravitate to that. You're good to yourself, you're healthy to yourself, you speak positively, you speak words of inspiration, you speak, you say, you know, I went through this difficult situation, but this is the way I'm looking at it now. People are going to be inspired by that. For example, I'm telling you, I've said this before many times, I'm grateful for the pain, because it gave me a deeper understanding of who I was. And does that not inspire you in some way, or motivate you in some way to really to say, wow, you know, look at my pain and my suffering, or the things that I'm going through from a different perspective. So again, it's the healing starts from within. We cannot attach ourselves to what happened to me here, what happened to me there, or who did this to me, or this person said this to me. Those people or those things or the events do not complete you. You complete you. You love you. You validate you. You care about you. The company's not going to care. The spouse is not going to care. The children are not going to care. Nothing is going to care. Even if they say they do. This is what separates men from boys. Remember, nobody ever cares. And they will say it till the sun comes up, and they will try to convince you through the most strongest words, but nobody cares. You have to put in the work and care for yourself. You have to. There's no other way around it. You have to. If you're feeling lazy, I've been that. I just did that last week. Lazy as hell. Came home with a bag of chips and just started eating chips and just indulging in chips. An unhealthy habit. Sometimes I have to break that. But I actually, if I do that one time, I know that I'm okay, because I know there's hundreds of other times I've created healthy habits that surround me, that I do on a daily basis, and one slip up is not going to affect me so bad. But I have to not be too comfortable with that mistake. You have to continue healthy habits and healthy practices. I've been asked this before, even my girlfriend asked me this before, and I know that many of you may not be on the video right now or watching, but I know you're going to watch this live video later. If you have questions later, you're more than welcome to put the comments or the questions down below, and I'll answer later. If you found any of these videos helpful, then please feel free to like, subscribe, comment. I have an earlier video that we talked about. We started with the understanding of the pain and how we got there, and we had a lot of questions in that group. And then this group, or made it later on when you find it, I'm really more talking about the healing process. So I just wanted to share with you, sorry, I'm getting some messages coming in right now. So I wanted to share with you those things. A lot of messages came in all at once. Sorry. So we have to begin the healing process, and there's so many different things, right? So another thing, let's go into a different area of healing. The healing process can only be done so much through you and the knowledge of it. You have to seek outside help. You have to seek therapy and counseling. And don't be so keen to want to jump onto one therapist right away. You have to take the time and make sure that you feel comfortable. with that therapist, that may not be the right choice for you. And let me be very clear about this, and I hope that you understand this. When I say seek therapy and seek counseling, because the healing, that's part of the healing process. There's a lot of other elements that we don't really focus on that what is healing for us, and what is going to continue to heal us and strengthen us and harden us and callous us. There's a lot of elements. So we're going to try to talk about many of them here. And the one healing process of therapy and counseling is very, very, very important. Men typically don't go outside and seek counseling and seek therapy. And I want you to take the initiative and do that. And don't be so keen on jumping on the first one. Let me tell you, my very, very first therapist was a female right in the beginning of my divorce. And told, she would flirt with me. And I felt like it was flirting. And I was in so much pain. And the last thing I wanted was flirting, looking at a woman, and even liking them. I didn't seek out a female. I just so happened to get her. And I think everyone's an attractive person. I'm not here to like determine whether people are attractive or unattractive. I feel like she was an attractive person, but um, she she was, I want to say, like on our several visits in, she started talking about her. She started the process of separation, and she was going through divorce, and she was seeking comfort. Then she started crying in our therapy sessions, and she wanted to know if she wanted to date me. And when I come to that, I asked her. I said, "Are you thinking of maybe?" She goes, "Well, it probably wouldn't be a good thing for us to see each other out, as a, as a patient, patient client situation, but we would have to stop sessions." And when I heard her say that, she she was considering it, and I told myself, man, I mean, I'm single now. I mean, I would love to, but I was not in the space to touch a woman. I really genuinely did not want to touch a woman. I didn't want to talk to them like that. I just wanted my daughter. At that point in time, I just wanted my daughter. And I told her on a text message, I said, I'm no longer going to be seeing you anymore. I don't feel like it's right. I don't feel comfortable anymore. And that was it. And I got to tell you guys, if you look at someone like her and you look at someone like me, her probably her level of attraction was probably 10 times more than me. So for me to turn her down, she probably felt it probably really affected her, because I probably wasn't as attractive as maybe she was. But and I look back at it now and I think to myself, like, dang, um, that was an opportunity that could have gone really, really toxic and really, really bad. But I'm really glad I made the right decision, because I felt as though every decision I made in that very beginning, which it is, and I share this with you, right at that moment of time when you're going through a dark time, or or things are difficult, every decision you make is crucial to determine what your outcome will be. Make the right decision. Take the step back. Think. Take inventory of your thoughts and your surroundings and exactly what decision you're going to make next. That's really, really important. My second therapist was okay, but they just, I felt right off the bat I wasn't comfortable with them. And then my third therapist, was amazing. He was awesome. He was a man's man. He was he was strong. He was firm. He was a no BS type of attitude. It was awesome. So I stayed with him for the longest time. I want to say for almost over a year, about a year and a half. I stayed with him. I finally felt comfortable. It took me, I want to say, a good 3 months before I finally found him, and 3 months and two counselors before I finally found him, and I was comfortable with him. We stayed connected for the longest time. He would get really angry at my weakness, and I needed that, and I really appreciated that. He did not like a weak man. And that's something that us as men, if you really think about it, we actually gravitate to a stronger men, our fellow men, our friends, our guys, our boys, our brothers, our family members, other men that are stronger than us. We kind of gravitate to that. Why is that? Why do you think that is? Why is it that we gravitate to it and we appreciate only maybe only in our older years as we become older men? Because of the lack of strong men when we were a child. And this is why it's so important for you to gain the strength that you must gain through the hardship that you are going through, to be that strong vision of light for those children, because it's about the next generation. It's not going to be about us anymore. So it's very, very important for you to strengthen and callous yourself through these difficult times that you've gone through, or even if you've already gone through the wave of difficulty, or if you're in the beginning or going through it. It's extremely important to callous your mind and get stronger, because it's about the kids. It's about what you leave behind. More loving, right? More masculine, more strength. Sorry, there's some confusion going on over here off to the side of the camera. There's a lot of windows around here, by the way, but I get great reception, and yeah. Um, so anyways, I wanted to, I feel like they're coming over here trying to get into my, somebody wanted to come over here and ask me a question, but he realized I'm on the phone right now, so they walked away. So, so that's why it's really important. It's extremely important for you to gain strength through the darkest times. It's really, really important, because it's beyond us now. There's children involved, and they need to see your strength, and that's why us men gravitate to that. So my third counselor, I stayed with them for a long, long time, and we worked out a lot together. I cried. I did a lot of exercises with them, and it was great. And I want to stress to you, the small little exercises that you do for yourself, your mental, your emotional exercises that you do for yourself, don't take them for half-ass granted, guys. Don't take them for granted. They work. They do work. Here's these are basic. These are, to me, these are basic exercises that I do every single day of my life. As soon as my eyes open up in the morning and I take my first breath, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes I look at my hands. I always like to look at my hands. Thank you for my life. I'm alive. Thank you for this flesh. Thank you for these bones. Thank you for my body. I take some deep breaths. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for giving me life. Thank you, thank you. The first moments, the first thoughts in your mind determine your future. They carve out your day. So if you are giving thoughts of gratitude, it actually opens up your consciousness. It opens up your heart. It opens up the universe. So thoughts of gratitude is the first thing I start with. I take deep breaths, and then I start to feel it in my body, and I feel the thoughts of gratitude and gratefulness deeper within. And then I start to think about the love that I have for the people around me, and just myself, really, myself first, and the people around me. I allow the feeling to impact me so much that I can feel it in my body. I feel the love for myself. I feel the love for my life, and I'm so grateful to be alive. And I would never want to ever think of leaving this earth again, never again. And the love I have for my child, and through that feeling, I cultivate the thoughts and the feeling. I cultivate it out of my mouth, and then I start to speak it. You start to speak it, and you start to empower yourself. You have to speak life into you. I love myself. I love my child. I'm grateful for my life. Thank you so much. So you have to actually speak these words. I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful for the stresses that have made me better, the pain that I've suffered that have elevated me to newer heights. You want to speak this life into you. You're going through financial hardship. I think many of us have gone through financial hardship. I started to speak financial wealth into me, and it started to happen. And little by little, it started to happen, and it did not happen. The financial wealth, actually, I'm actually not doing too well right now. Things are getting better, but I'm having to dip into some savings from my 401k that kind of give me a little push, which I didn't want to, and then I had to, and I'm having a small support system around me, which is really helping me out right now. And I did not the way I wanted to happen, but the universe answered. It is happening for me. It's not the way I wanted it to happen. It's not the way I wished it to happen. But again, money doesn't fall out of the sky. It happened this way, but at least it's happening. And I will accept it with full gratitude, and I'll embrace it. I talked a little bit about that on an earlier video on something happened about an old friend um, helping me out financially with some debt, with actually a large amount of debt. They didn't clear out everything, but they cleared out a large amount of debt, which I'm so internally grateful for. I'm so thankful with all my heart and soul that somebody helped me. I'm paying them back. I would definitely pay them back, 100% pay them back, but I'm paying them back and they're allowing me to pay them back on, as I can. I don't have to worry about, the APR tag to it. I don't have to worry about a certain deadlines making it, but I'm paying them back, and that's a lot, saving me. It's saving me month by month, so that's helping me out. But it's a huge debt portion, and I would never imagine that to happen. I would never imagine it to happen from the person that it happened from, and I want to share with you how it happened and the person that it happened from. The per, Obviously I'm not going to reveal the person, but the person that actually offered this and helped me with this is somebody that introduced me to my ex-wife that I divorced. They were actually friends first, and they were friends first, and after speaking to them after their divorce and speaking to me after the divorce, they come to their own conclusion who was right or who was wronged. And they come to that conclusion, and she felt so guilty to me because she did not support my ex, which was her friend. She didn't support. I mean, she did, but she didn't. She didn't really support her seeing me or being with me. She wasn't really thinking I was the right one for her. And then, and then she, and then later on, we had ended up getting married and having a child, and trying to do all the right things, and and she come to the conclusion that, man, she did me wrong. Her own friend. This is her friend, my ex-wife. She came to the conclusion, wow, she did me wrong. She did Rocky wrong. She did this guy wrong. Like, this is my own friend, and I introduced them, and I'm so hurt. Like, my own friend did this. Like, I never thought she would be like this. And I feel as though, for some reason, that may have prompted her to want to help my situation, because she knows the guy that I am. I've tried to do right by my ex-wife the whole time we were together, and do right by the whole family and everyone. I would never want to hurt anybody. And why did she have to do what she had to do? So I feel as though that she helped me because she knew I had no help and no support system. And so I'm grateful. That's not what I expected to happen, or expected to happen like that, but it happened like that. That's a support system that I totally didn't see that coming, but I asked for it. I asked for help because I was so grateful for just the clothes on my back at my worst of times. I was had gratitude at my darkest time, alone and homeless and hungry in a car, and I was grateful. And I started to just project love outwardly, first inward and outwardly, and asking um, from my heart what I truly wanted out of life. And slowly it started happening. I told my girlfriend now, my current girlfriend now, who I care about very, very, very much, and I know she cares about me too. I told her everything. Um, I wanted to start moving forward and not being closed off about anything. And if I could talk to you guys about my situation that happened, I could talk to anybody. And I think any person should be loving, if they truly loved you and cared for you guys. And I know this hurts because we tend to, you know how many women I've told my story to, and they run. And at the beginning, I didn't tell the story. I didn't. It took a lot of guts for me to get to the point where, like, you know what? I don't care whether I lose them or not. I don't care. I'd rather filter them out, the ones that would run. I'd rather filter them out. And sure enough, I started opening my mouth and started dating. And I dated a good handful of women, and I started opening my mouth and telling them the truth. And man, they ran faster than they came in. And this one didn't. And I told her the truth. And she's like, well, that was the past. Here you are now. And let's get to moving forward. She brushed it off like, well, so what? We're here now, and let's keep pushing. And that's the type of people that we need. We need to. She was not going to allow me subconsciously by her saying that. She was not going to allow me to champion my pain and hold up my pain. Look at me, so sorry for my pain, and hold it up as a trophy, and to constantly parade it around like it was my badge of honor that I'm hurting. Look at me. She said, "Well, that shit happened. I'm so sorry, and well, let's move forward." And that she was saying, "Wipe that off the table. That doesn't belong here anymore." Is what I felt like. That doesn't belong here anymore. Here we are. And that's the type of tough love that you need. Sometimes you need it from a guy. Sometimes you need it from a woman if you do open up to women. And sometimes we need it from our own kids. We need it where we can take it, guys. We need it where we can get it. And first, the best tough love that you can give to yourself is yourself. Is you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to really tell yourself you have a fucked up situation, and it's not going to define you, and you're going to heal. You're going to get therapy. You're going to find the right therapist. You're going to suck it up. You're going to love yourself. It's okay to be vulnerable. And it's okay to be gentle and loving, but you need to keep focused on you, on your internal mindset, healing you mentally. Everything that we have, everything, all the power that we have to heal ourselves internally, heal ourselves from illness, from ailments, is all in the power of your mind. It's all there. The answers are all there. Imagine, I like to use this analogy. Imagine um, a criminal of war sitting in their cage, starved and hungry and dirty, and sitting in his slough of shit in a mud, dirt cage. And every so often they come to poke him, stick him, kick him, and hit him. But he will not die. Because in his mind, he knows happiness. In your mind, you know what happiness feels like. You know what love feels like. And because you, as a human being, have tasted the sense of joy and love and peace that has affected you mentally and emotionally, you have it in you. If you were born in this world and you did not know that at all, you would probably perish. But you do know what it is. You've had a taste of love and joy and peace. And you will survive because it's in your mind to seek that out. But when you're seeking out peace, love, and happiness and joy, you will never fully grasp it until you seek the love and peace from within you. And even in the suffering and pain in your cage that you put yourself in, find love in your heart. Find love in your mind. Be at true peace. Take those deep breaths. Take your mind through the journey of calm and relaxation and be in so love with yourself. Be in so much love with yourself that you freely give it away. You see somebody you dislike, you don't like that person. Project love toward that person. Allow your body to experience different levels of heightenedness when you see someone you may dislike. You see somebody that you hate, you're an enemy. Transform those emotions into a sense of peace and love towards that person. Change the chemistry of your body and your mind. It will begin to transform. And this energy will start to grow and grow and grow. And it'll begin to glow and glow and glow. And others, they won't understand how or what or why it's happening or how to feel it. But they will feel it. They will see it on you. You will begin to present yourself differently. Represent the best of you. It's all, the healing starts here. But you have to do the work first in here and then start to do the work outside of you. Seek help. Take inventory of your surroundings. Where are you at? What are you doing? What are you speaking? Are you speaking life into you or are you speaking death into you? Are you projecting anger towards those that hurt you? Or that guy over there? Or that woman over here? Or that coworker over there? You have to transform the chemistry of your body and think loving thoughts to that person. Transform the chemistry of your mind and think loving thoughts to that person. Wish them peace. Wish them love. They hurt you because they do not know. Make this a new pattern for you. Men, I don't want you to take this and not do anything with it. Why what I'm saying to you is the most important thing that anyone, you especially a man, can do, because the transition and the transformation of what men are looked at or what men are portrayed to be is changing, and it starts right here. It starts now in this in what's going on right now. It does have to happen, and it starts with you and the way children are going to view us and view what we're saying, the way we're representing ourselves, and the way we look at things, the way we're acting towards others. These young men are seeing you. They're listening to you. And they're going to be doing what you're saying. They're going to be acting like you. I love you guys with all my heart. I'm going to let you go now. I hope this video helps you out in some way, somehow, me talking to you. I hope you stay to the very, very end. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Today is the New Year's, I wish you guys a happy, happy New Year's. I wish you guys a happy, happy life every single day of your life. Continue best practices, best practices from the first seconds you open your eyes in the morning. Take a deep breath and show gratitude to yourself. Speak life into you. Love yourself. It all starts there. I love you guys so very much with all my heart. I'm wishing you the best of everything, everything this year. You're the greatest human beings alive, I swear. There is nothing greater than man. There is nothing greater than human beings, especially men. Thank you. I love you, brother. I love you, Virtue Value. Thank you for commenting. There is nothing greater than you. Be proud of who you are. If you're a hardworking man, if you're clean cut, if you're educated, uneducated, different nationality, big, small, be proud of who you are. I need every man to begin to walk with pride of who they are. Smile, show a sense of gratitude, be calm, gentle. There's nothing greater than you. There's nothing greater than you. I love you guys with all my heart. Happy New Year. We'll talk again. Take care.